Is it working now? Should be. Hey, it's working. Let's go. Hello, hello. The bitrate's messed up. What are all these settings? Okay, it should be going better. Not really. Hello, Weeblies, hello. Okay, this looks better. Maybe a bit higher. Hmm. Nice, nice. Finished my work an hour ago, I have nothing to do now. You do, I'm live. Why is the bitrate bad anyways? What's happening? Hmm. My stream looks like ass. What's going on? Can I do 16 megabits a second? That's even worse, what the hell? Looks fine on my phone. I still have 30 minutes to wait. Okay. And there's warnings and stuff. What's happening? What's going on? This... Oh no. Is this the wrong thing? This stream? Okay. Maybe what I need. So this... Okay. Oh, alright. Let's go. We may add chat to the stream once I learn how. Anyway, it's time to actually play this. Do I have any mods? Okay. We're gonna do a new game of replay. I'm gonna check the latency, hold on. That's a lot of latency. 18 seconds behind. Okay, it's not that bad. So we're gonna do a real world. That doesn't do much. Hmm. I think I'm gonna do just the default, but with less biters, so CPU doesn't explode. And so I don't have to focus too much on actually defending the base. What's a good setting though? This to 20, set this to 100, to 4. Okay. Let's see the map. What we want is, yes, exactly this. So, because there's a lot of moisture, there's trees here, 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 for example. The ores here aren't, it's not good when they're in one place like this. You want them to be a bit spread apart, like the iron from the coal. So let's see. Let's gamble a bit. Do I have to increase the starting moisture? Oh, the scale. place that is spread apart quite nicely. There will have to be some shenanigans to separate this from that. I think this is doable. There's some oil here and here. Ooh, that's good. Much here. This is the first uranium patch. There's not a lot of oil anywhere. I think this is good. Let's go. I'm gonna see that chat as well. Okay. So, I crashed. I'm not a pilot. But I am an engineer. So, I take this. Disassemble all of the parts of the spaceship. Interesting thing here is that this piece of spaceship, I mean this sprite, actually has this dirt in it as well. It's not a part of the ground, which I think is neat. If you look here, you can see it. Is that all? Yep. So that's the stone we saw, that's the iron. How far away is the water? That's close. That's really close. So imagine we are going to expand this way to... oh, but there's water there. We're going this way. So we have as much space as we need. Catch some fish. Okay. Stone and coal. If you look at the expected resources here, from the start you want to mine the ones that have coal as well. If it's only stone, you ignore those. Like all of these, you ignore because that's only stone. That is coal as well. This one's only stone. Stone. That is coal. There's some coal here. Stone, coal. I want to get a good start of coal. You can just plop down a small drill. Is the small? No, it's a burner drill. A stone furnace. Get the coal, just place it in. This thing mines. If it shows an arrow, that means it outputs directly. So if there was a belt there, it would put it directly on the belt. Yeah. But if there is no arrow, for example in the furnace, this is from the drill, then you need to take it out either by hand or with an inserter. So that's iron plates, that's copper cables. The next thing I'm gonna do is set up an coal loop. What do I need? Or iron. This is too slow. And just do... cannot be flipped? What do you mean? makes how much per second? 0.5. So that's too much now. Nice. Let's freaking go. Anyways, nice thing about these miners, or any miner. No, I can speak. Anyways, you see what this does? This mines coal, puts it in here, and fills this coal miner that fills this coal miner. I'll come back home after I get home. Okay, Iblis. See you later. Mines coal, puts it here, this puts it here. Now, main problem is that just gonna place coal in each other for eternity. But you can just take it out. So we have two more. I'm gonna get a third one, put it on the copper with a furnace as well. What do you mean no furnace? Does this need a furnace? Oh, that's why. You're getting half, you're getting the... I guess that's not a full stack, but whatever. Nice thing you can do with this, you can just make the loop bigger. Even auto starts. In this mines, this will get fuel to mine the next bit of coal. This the next. You just have infinite coal. Well, as infinite as the patch, but you know. We're gonna have electronics in a bit. 8, 9, and electronics research. That unlocks the lab, the electronic circuit, better inserter, and an electric pole, which I need wood for, so deforestation it is. Let's see what the iron made. 24. I hope this works. Yep. Okay. So we're on this. So the lab takes 36 and 15 raw resources. There's the total raw. So you don't have to actually craft all of the components, you can just craft the items. But I don't have enough iron. I have nothing to do, so I'm just gonna mine some rocks. Mines for this. Mines for this. Mines for this one. And that continues the cycle. So what I want is an automated smelting system. I'm gonna have one belt where the resources go. Because this arrow actually the point of the arrow is where the item will go. So it doesn't go where the arrow is, it goes where it points. So this inserter, it places it on the far lane of the belt. Belts have 2 lanes. I swear I had belts. Oh, that's why. I take fish. There's fish on one side and stone on the other. So this fills both sides of the belt. Now I take this as input. Nope. Now, what I want is actually for this to be a blueprint, but so we start here. Oh, I don't have splitters yet. Makes sense. So I need this and this. That is 30 bottles, so I need 60 plates. Okay. And 30 copper ones. That is also okay. Right, I also need to power this. So one boiler, one pump. Tubes. Please, I need this. Oh. I have to wait for this to finish. Oh. Hmm. I think this should work just fine. Okay, let's do these some wires. I would start setting it up, but this is not done crafting it, so. But what I can do, that's all of the items in the game. Just like, by the way, I can just place these here. What this does is actually nothing. I can just place these as ghosts, but I can now plan without having the item. So this goes actually like this, because I like it better that way. Get rid of these belts. Just gonna do a loop-de-loop. I guess I'm not. Anyways. So what's gonna happen is that belt comes here, gets split off into the splitter that puts it only on one side of the belt, the inner side. Then the outer side will be filled with ore. And so this splits it and continues further. But I need to do this for the blueprint to actually be stackable. Okay, okay. So now that all of that is crafted, here the water pump doesn't require any electricity. I think this is the correct. Uh, yeah, the correct distance. Yep. 3 blocks apart because you're going to have a belt and an inserter. However, it's not going to be the normal one, it's going to be the burner inserter. What this does, it actually doesn't require any electricity, but you need to give it coal. Which, or coal, any fuel, which isn't really a big deal, because this belt is gonna be full of coal. Now, 2 of these, because this generates 60 steam per second and this consumes 30 per second. The electric pole, another one's going to come here. But as you see, the blue thing of the electric pole, or everything it can connect, doesn't reach these one over here. These ones. But what I can do is place it here. But that's going to interfere with the next boilers, because you can't place a steam engine here. You can here, but not here. It would have to be removed, the pole I mean. But what I can just do is place a pipe here. No problem. Now, since it's offset, I can just place it like so, and just copy this basically. So that's the first blueprint. And now, I'm going to get my calculator. So, is this thing on? Yep. My cables are tangled. Anyways, the pump can give you 1200, or I guess 1200 water per second. So that's 1200 divided by the consumption of the boiler, which is 6 per second. So on one pump, we can have 200 boilers, which is a lot. However, it also burns fuel, which is 1.8 megawatts. Now, a megawatt is a joule per second. So it's 1.8 megajoules per second. And the coal has 4 megajoules. So if you do 4 divided by 1.8, one coal lasts for 2.2 repeating seconds. Why did I need to calculate that? Hold on. I was going somewhere with this. Oh yeah, the throughput of the transport belt moves 15 items per second. So we do 15 divided by that, which is 6.75, which is incorrect. Because I know you can power more than 6 boilers. Wait, it needs 1 coal per 2 seconds. I guess if I do 1 over the repeating 0.45. Math is not my strongest suit. Let's say 0.5. So 0.5 coal per second. So that means we have 15 here. So 15 divided by 0.5. 0.45, yes. So that's 33 per belt. Or per belt line, I guess. So we do 34 because it's 33 repeating. And I want it to be even. So 34 divided by half is 70. Oh, but the burners some coal, so I'm gonna run down. So the math is easier. Or not the math. 14.5 or 16.5. That's not much better. 14. This is wrong. I can feel. I need to look this up. Well, my numbers are good. Fuck it. That's 14. That is 28. So that is 36. That's 34. That's 32. Okay. This should be good enough. Now I just get this and paste. You notice it shows red everywhere where it overlaps with another blueprint. If I hold shift, it pastes whatever it can. And I don't want that. If I do control shift, oh hello, I please, welcome back. I'm setting up a steam power plant. Or a coal power plant, I guess. So if you do control shift, it makes the little ghost angry, the one near my cursor, and you just replace everything, which I also don't want. If you just hold it, it's going to place it wherever it matches all the blocks. So now I have inserters everywhere where they need to be. Now for now, all the power I need is basically this. because I am powering one machine. So I think this is overkill. Because one of these makes 900 kilowatts and this needs 60. Yes. But this is overkill. But this will soon not be enough. Or soon. Maybe in the next stream. I'm going to copy this. Just like so. What I can do is do one belt, second belt, like so. And I have my power plant ready for action. A nice feature would also be eagles on all of these. But I'm not gonna mess with that until I get... Where are they? Circuit network. Unlocks the circuit network. Well, I guess that this is already connected to the circuit network because I have a cable. And I can set things, the conditions and stuff. If I do this, cannot reach. Now it can. Connected to circuit network 1. Fish. Okay. Well, now research is going. I have enough to research only these two, but that's all I need for now. This would be amazing as well. And I have enough resources for that. That's 20, so 5, 10, 15, 20. This has run out of resources. No, copper. I need fuel. This is filled up. We'll get 6 stacks of coal, which is 300 items. Nice. Now I can make a lot of these, but I'm not planning to make all of them by hand. I mainly just need the belts first. This is the basics of how this is going to be. Now, 0.31, so 15 items per second on a belt. But that's for 2 lanes. One lane can only do 7.5. So 7.5 divided by 0.31, we have 24 furnaces. But since this is technically 2 belts, because it's in opposite directions, we have 2 sides of furnaces. We can just get this as 4 furnaces, and on one belt it's 24, on 2 belts it's 48. This is 4, so that's 8, 12, my brain stopped, 16, of course, 20, 24, 28, there's not enough space, that's 32, isn't this a bit much? Hold on. 32, 36, 44, and 48. So this is a whole smelting stack that's supposed to eat a full belt of ore. Now just some power. That was supposed to be blueprinted, but I'm placing it. Yep. Where did that place? Here. And there we go. Yes. There are some gaps in the power, but the device being powered only needs one aisle to be covered. And the stone furnace actually uses coal and not power. Now, Levis K90, hello! Hello, we're playing a bit of Factorio. Press save. Or I guess. So that's a smelting stack. I can Control V and put it in my inventory. Or I can trim it down. I cannot add new things. Oh, River, hello. That's you. Welcome to the stream. How have you been? Okay, so this probably won't be like this because the belts are going to go from the bottom. It's going to be more like this. We've been doing better, thanks. How have you been? Just the usual, I guess. There are good days, there are bad days. Mostly good ones recently. Nice to hear you're doing better. Right. So there are two belts going to my coal power station or coal power plant. This doesn't have coal. Oh yeah, I unlocked the assembly machine and the long inserter. That's actually the basis of all automation. At least in the late mid-game, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna make another 2 rows of belts. Oh. And I'm going to blindly hope that they can support. How much do I need? I'm going to have 4 belts of iron, so 4 of these. Like this. 4 of these. Another 4 because of 4 belts of copper. And then 2 belts of steel. Now the way you make steel is you just smelt iron plates in a furnace. So you basically get this smelting stack and you paste it again. So that's another 4. So I need 2 coal lines to support, well, one will support 4 smelt stacks and the other will support 8, I think. How much is steel? That's 50. That should be 50. Yep. Okay. Now, you might see a problem with this whole belt line because forgot it doesn't disassemble automatically. We'll get there. Anyways, back to the belt line. There are going to be some drills or some sections that will not drill that much resources. For example, I can only place 3 here, but I can place 11 here. So if I were to put belts here and here, this belt will be much more saturated than this one. Now, there is a way to fix this. It's a bit complicated. What you do is you make a belt balancer. Now, if I... Yes, this goes here. I will explain, just need to build this first. So, what this does, it takes this belt, splits it into two, then it splits the half into 2/4 that will end up here. So here and here. And it splits this half into another 2/4, so here and here. So this belt is getting split into 4. Now, this belt is split into half, 2/4, that half also gets split here. Same with this and this belt. So this is a belt balancer. Well, I guess this is. Now, this does not need to be here, but this is how you make a true throughput belt balancer. That is a belt balancer independent of the throughput you put in. So if there's little materials trickling in, it balances anyways. I don't know why just adding splitters here works. There is an explanation, but I am not that good in Factorio to know or care about this. I'm just going to place this here. And now, if I have one belt of coal, it's going to distribute it to 4. If I have one belt, a quarter belt, an eighth of a belt, and a third of a belt, it's going to average them out and make 4 belts of the same value. Now, this is almost done. While that works, I can just get some resources and prepare for the rapid expansion. And drink some water. Don't forget to hydrate, all of you. All of you too. So, there's not really much to be done. I guess I can make some power poles. I need more wood for that. I don't want this here. Cables are going to be connected down here. Like so. And that makes my... I don't have OCD, but it's not pretty anyways. The goal of Factorio is... that's a really good question. You just make a factory and hope it works. And if it doesn't, you make it work. There is a whole research tree here. Well, yeah, I can't really show it like this, but this is all the research you can do. All of it. This is the one I can do with the current technology, and this is logged behind further research. So I need steel and military 1 to make heavy armor. The goal right now is to get to the Shatter planet. Oh, I don't have the space view yet. Spoilers. Basically, there are 5 planets and 6 locations for you to go to. there is now with this one. Its special trait is that it has uranium as the only planet. Then there's Gleba. Yeah, that's a lot of research. We'll research it all eventually, but yeah, no, not right now. Gleba has the most organic processes. It's the most organic planet in the whole game. So you grow some plants, you make resources out of them, you harvest iron bacteria to get iron and all this stuff. Ooh, let's go. Then there's Volcanus, which is, as the name implies, a volcano planet. The gimmick of that planet is that you have lava everywhere, and if you just add calcite, you can turn it into molten iron and copper, and from there you can basically make anything. There's also sulfur vents, calcite resource patches, and coal resource patches, so you can make oil and plastic. They have the Demolisher enemy that has its own territory. Hold on, am I spoiling the whole game? Too bad. You're watching me, you're getting the game spoiled. Um, where was I? Yes, volcanoes. Mm, yeah, that's pretty much it. Then there's Fulgora that doesn't have any good ways of producing a lot of power, but there are frequent thunderstorms, so if you know how to store the power, or if you have the materials for storage, you can just harvest the lightning and you make everything out of scrap and recycling. Uh, the last planet is Aquilo. The gimmick of that planet is that it's frozen and you need to heat everything in order for it to work. But it also has the most endgame tech. For example, a fusion reactor. Mm, Then there are the spots where you can go with your spaceship or space station. So that's the 4 planets, the edge of the solar system, and then the shattered planet, which you can't land on, but in the orbit you collect Promethium asteroids. And those are basically only used for one research. This one all the way at the bottom. That reduces the cost of everything else, basically. Is all disconnected? This isn't. I'm gonna place down 2 of these for now. Just run a coal line, or I guess a power line up to the generators. So my generator's there. Oh, here. And now it's connected to the grid. We'll have steel in a minute. After that, this would be handy, I guess. And I'll see. How's the pollution? Considering the enemies are here, and they attack you if their region is polluted, and the pollution is going down here, it looks good, but this is unexplored, so there may be enemies there, which isn't ideal. Oh, oh, it's gonna take a while for this to set up. this is producing coal automatically. Dumps it on the ground for now. I can add a belt. So I have 3 lines, which isn't a problem because this will split it into 4. Well, it is a problem in the way that it can never get fully saturated with coal, but if I have low enough consumption of coal, I think it's gonna be fine. So I kind of want coal to go here first. That splits, yep. So most of the coal will go to my power to avoid what's called a death spiral. That's when you don't have coal to make electricity, and you don't have electricity to power your coal miners. So the whole grid just well, not gradually. Everything starts slowing down as this bar reaches the end here, so maximum production. But satisfaction keeps falling and falling, and then you're just not going to have any coal going there. So everything stops. Oh, back dies. Anyways, this will prevent that. I'm doing the second belt from the left. What I can set up is... Oh, I think, yep. Like this. So, if I place a chest here, I can take the both of these assembly machines. What I want to do is make transport belts. They need iron plates and iron gear wheel. Iron gear wheel, that's the name. Iron gears is what I'm gonna call them. And they're made from iron as well. So you'll need 2 inputs of iron, so a chest. And you need to put the gears inside of here. Now you can do this, so it plops them on the ground and then into the machine. But there's a long-handed inserter, which can just take it from one machine to another. Just add iron, and you have infinite belts. Also, I need an output. And now I have a belt factory. Okay, now the coal can go all the way here. But I need it to go all the way there. So that is 55. Well, let's say 60. Doesn't really matter anyways. It's already 20 in the chest. Yep. Just 2 belts. Okay. Now my power is automated. That's jumping quite a lot. Yep. A pretty annoying feature of this is that, like, for example, inserters, they have a minimum consumption. So even when they're not working, you need to supply them electricity so they can, I guess, monitor the state of this here. So now, for my smelting stack, I want the aforementioned 2 stacks of, or 2 full belts of steel. For now, I just need to figure out how to get the steel, or yeah, how to get the steel to work actually. Is that shift above one? Yep. All of this. Place it properly. Now what I need, this is not going to be here. The coal is going to be on the inside lane of the belt. If I filter this splitter, this is going to give me a belt with this one lane, not the two, one as in the number one. So this lane right here will be filled with coal, which is unfortunate. Hmm. Oh yeah, I can just do that. So I can place this here. Oh, and like so. Place this filter here, make sure it's on the right side of the belt. And now, what's this going to do is iron ore will come in this from this splitter on the outside lane of the belt. The inside lane will be coal. These inserters will put the coal and iron ore into a furnace that's going to put it on this belt. Now, steel actually needs 5 iron plates, but also takes 5 times as long to craft. 3.2. 3.2 times 5 is indeed 16. So it takes 5 times the plates, but 5 times the time to craft. So it's actually a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, the iron plates get split again, which isn't a problem when you think about throughput, because you have 2 lanes of iron, and this is going to just the 1 lane. It's the 2 lane, but it's only 1 lane of the belt here. And the other belt from the splitter is going to another lane. So you have 1 lane on each side and 2 lanes of input. Now the coal, there's not much to do there. Not, I guess not much explaining. The coal just goes on the outside side of the belt, on the inside lane of the belt. It gets filtered, so the left side will output only coal. That goes on the belt, only on the other side as the iron plates. Same here. And that just gets put through the furnace stack again. So copy this, line it up, place, and I have 2 full lanes of steel. Now this doesn't need to be here. I take one belt here, one belt here. I'm gonna put them on the main bus eventually. I need to put it around this coal patch. That's not a terrible amount of coal. This is not good either. And I don't know where any other coal patches, so I might have to use trains sooner or later. Sooner than later. Why aren't we researching? It's where I put 50 bottles in there. Did you eat them? That's fast. Okay. So I have steel, so I can actually make it. Build chests. Now, this is the steel smelting stack. Now for the iron. That is just going to be the iron plate part of the steel smelting stack, but it's only going to be, not only, it's going to be 4 of these without the extension here to turn the iron into stone. The iron into steel, not stone. I cannot English today for some reason. Oh. With these. It's a bend, that's gonna be useful. I should probably balance this. First I need to see what we have over here. I should have made some bottles and put them in there, but just take a small detour. Detour. Dang. Okay, that's copper. That's gonna be a problem because I plan to build here. Oh, and those are biters. That's a random ass cliff. We have 3 worms. Oh, that's a lot. Three biter spawners. What do you mean they're attacking me? Die, please. Oh, that's iron. That's a lot of iron. Okay. Almost 10 mil. Can there be coal next? Doesn't look like there's gonna be coal. I can take the factory. Oh, this is a tough one. Do I just take it down? Like, make a bend here and just go? Or like, here? What to do? I need to see what's here so I don't have to plan around it afterwards. I can plan it in advance. I can't explore much. Can I make a car? That's behind the engine. That's a lot of bottles. I'm not making that by hand. That's an even bigger settlement. Okay. I'm going to politely get the hell out. That's copper. Again. It's quite a lot of copper. For how small that was. Okay. Now that it's all loaded. That's nice. You don't need copper as much as you need iron. But it's nice that it's here. Oh, oh, they have spitters as well. I guess not with this pollution. Just biters. What's the evil factor right now? 0.00, so that's pretty good. It's just the beginning. Not surprised I didn't destroy any of them. Well, any of the nests. They aren't getting polluted and not much time has passed. How old is this save actually? Mm, but I have to save that actually. Playtime, 1 hour. We just passed 1 hour of playtime. That's nice. Is there no way out of this cliff? Okay. Is there really no call anywhere here? Or anywhere near? You can see there's a biter base here. Is that just a singular worm? Okay, well. Time to boost the Evo value, I guess. Yep, there is. You just strafe. He thinks you're actually going to continue moving. You can just shoot from a distance and he will overshoot to either side. Gonna need a lot of these furnaces. So I can craft it in the meantime. Now, the pollution actually isn't that bad because we're not producing anything. However, are there any enemies here? let's see. Oh, this is a nice flat area. I don't want to build in this direction because I think there's a lake here. I think that's what it showed on the map preview. There it is. But there's also oil here. Yeah. Mm, it is a patch of stone. Yeah. That's small. It's not that big of a lake, so maybe I can build here. It's a good thing that I didn't start building it, because I don't have to remove much, just the blueprints. Yeah, but this is a giant lake. Yeah. So I'm not building here. I'm not building here because of enemies. I can take them out, but I don't wanna. I can go down, which I think would be the smartest choice right now. Nope. Oh hell no. I do not have ammo. Eating fish heals you. And you have a melee attack. That's pretty good on small biters. I take this out. I'll just keep an eye on it for now. Okay, let's see how the base is holding up. We have run out of fuel in these miners, which isn't a big of a deal because there's gonna be iron miners here anyways. And this layout. So I don't need these power poles here. There's a broken connection here. Here. And I think that's it. Okay. It's going to be this layout. Maybe I'll put it like this. This can go one down. much belts is this going to be? Oh, this is all shifted by one. Oh no. Delete all of this. Guess this is fine. Yep. Belts are going to be this way, and I think I can fit another thing of miners here. Let's see. And that's good enough. One side is going to be oversaturated here. That's okay, I think. Can I do this? Yep. Right, so that is 5 belts. We just do it like this. I don't actually know how to make any other balancer other than the 4x4. I'm not really sure how to split this up. Hmm. I need to split this into 5 basically. That's 4, this is 5. Then I need to join it with all the other 5. Basically this, but reverse. But that needs to be done with all of them. I think if I do this, is this how I do it? I'm not really sure. Okay, that's 18. That's 15. I can't just do it dirty and like these two belts with a splitter. Yeah, I'm merging them with the splitter, but that's beside the point. It's going to go like this, so. Okay. So I need to here. I think like so. Yep. That's one more. Okay. So that should be balanced. Now, since I am getting this on the bottom, I'd like this to go. Whoa. I'd like this to go as much as close as possible. Do that. Okay. So this is the coal line actually. And what I'm going to do is exactly not that, because that needs a lot of underground. In case it really doesn't, what would be better is if I do it like this. So that's 3. Oh, hold on. I have to do that. Because this is only the iron side. One belt here is for the iron side. The other belt is for the copper side. Which I just take this. I think all of this, and I can just paste it here. That's a lot of trees that need to be cut. I need one space here. Clear for the underground belt. That's the copper line. Which is kind of annoying. I wanted to have the belts on the main bus to be like iron, copper. That's less straight than me. Hold on. So like iron, copper, maybe circuits mixed with steel. I guess it's gonna have to be copper first. It's nothing more than a visual change, or like my preference. Can take this, copy it over here. I can also take this and make sure it goes like so. I'm doing 4 lanes because in the main bus, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have belts like this in groups of 4, and the maximum distance of an underground belt, see that in green, is 4 exactly. If you see here, max length is 5. I guess it counts this as 5, or the 5th. You can just do that. Just weave this through. That's good when you have another belt here that you just want to split. So what you will do is this, place a splitter here. I guess there. Oh yeah, because this is too close. The belt will go like this with a gap of 2. This does not need to be here, and this just splits and goes to your factories. Or wherever else it could be needed. There's gonna be a lot of wood cutting here. Oh, I should probably deposit these bottles. So I have 80, this needs 30, this needs 75. So if I make 25 more, that's 15, that's 20, 25. I'll just let this research. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. So what I need is to split my 5 belts into 6. I should really design a 5 to 6 converter, but I don't know how to design splitters at all. Or splitters, well, belt balancers. So I just take this. Paste it twice. I can use 5 lanes of this. That's not gonna do much, hold on. Hmm. Okay, at least make a 2x2 balancer. Am I smart enough for that? Takes 1 belt. Splits it into two. Well, this. Hold on, what? Okay. How about the 6x6? So that's 1/2. This is 1/4 and okay, so this splits into 1/2 or 2/2, but you get me. And this splits into that's already 1/6. It's half. Oh, that's 1/8. I don't need an eighth. I need a oh damn. I am not smart enough to actually make a thing like this. Maybe a 4x4 or an 8x8. There is one that goes into 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. Here, here, here and here. Then there's the 1/2 from before that gets split into, I guess, eighths, like this. How about this? 1 into a half, into a quarter, into eighths. 1 into a half, quarter into eighths. So that's 1 into a half, into a quarter, into eighths. So now I just need to merge these 8 with all of the other 8s. Ah, it's too confusing. I can't just merge it randomly though, right? Hold on, this is 8 belts. I can do this. And that's 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. And I need to put it back here. But I need to... This is so fucking difficult for me. This splits into all of these. That does not make sense. 1/2. Wait, because this is 2/8 already. Oh, that's how you're supposed to do this. Ooh. What if I just do this? That's one path, 2, 3. Is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Is this an actual 8x8 balancer? It can be. Now I'm gonna have to look into this another time. I do not think I have time for this. That's at least 10 solid minutes I wasted. Anyways. I'm just gonna prep this. I have the bottles here. Fast inserters. Okay. I am making logistic science packs. This doesn't unlock much logistics. Okay, the rocket silo, but you also need the chemical packs. Logistic robots. I think this is a scam actually. Oh, it unlocks trains. Okay, never mind. Trains are a huge deal. You remove an inserter. I need to break all of these trees right now. Because military 2 unlocks the hand grenade, which can remove trees really good. I still need this, but it's mainly an afterthought. That's 10, that's 20 of each, that's 100 of each. It's not difficult at all. Hold on. It might just destroy the bare minimum. Has there been no music the whole stream? Oh, of course it's turned off. Why wouldn't it be? Anyways, enjoy the music. Okay, that is working. Automate build production would be nice as well. That's gonna take a while. This is just hand-fed. Hand-fed little factories. Although what I can do... Is that all my power poles? Oh god. Okay, so I bring power here. To fill this belt, I do this. I take some furnaces. What does this make? 0.5 per second. So that's 1 and almost a second furnace. UVs. Now just hand feed. I'll open it later. Or later. Right now, I guess. The insertion limit is 2. So unless there is less than 2 iron ore here, these hands will not work. You check, there's 2, still nothing. There's 1, it adds. That's semi-out iron. Just going to go here to make my belts. I'm making way too much iron, which is comical. And I am not making any copper, which is even more funny. I guess it's not funny, it's tragical. Yeah. Okay, so that's most of my research done. Need 200 for this. This would be very nice. Which is useless. What do I want to craft? Oh, military. I did the military one. That's only 10 bottles. I don't have it crafted yet. Don't forget to hydrate. What time is it? 6:51. I should probably turn that off. that's interesting. And handy. Oh. Is the chunk 16 by 16 here? 8, 8, minus 8. Plus 6. Okay. That's cool. I did not put the science in. Not just military to cast. 20 of each, and explosives are 100. I'm not making that. I will be making these. Wait, nah. Problem of the splitter comes again. Okay. First of all, just going to go like this, because that's more cost effective. I need the balancer from 5 to 6. Or at least a 5 to 5 or a 6 to 6. I can't have this. That. Maybe I can, hold on. If I just make this. Like so, absolutely ignoring this. So the ore are going to be split up. So this into the splitter and the 3 continue. This here and the 2 continue. Oh. Now this comes into play. I don't need much steel right now, so I don't have to worry about this. I'm just going to do this thing. This is really, really bad for the throughput, but I don't care about steel right now. I am going to make weapons. You know, for home defense when this toxic cloud gets out of hand. How long have I been streaming for? Let's check OBS. An hour and 52 minutes. Research a bit. We need a pistol here. I can filter this. It's good for now. When am I planning to ending it? Probably in like 50 minutes, half an hour. I don't plan to stay on for too long. I need to get some stuff done before I go to bed. And yeah, well, that's pretty much it. I want to finish at least a bit of this furnace stack, so I have some iron on the main belt here. Or at least one of them. What does military to even do? Just ammo and grenades, okay. Does it not increase the damage? No, that's this upgrade already. Only 56 belts. It's pretty lame. The fish are half spoiled. Okay, so I connected this one. I actually need this one to work. For that I need more splitters, so more copper. So this would good to have at least semi-automation. The planet looks much bigger than expected. Are they all this big? Yeah, they're really huge. Imagine Minecraft type infinite, like it's a giant world, but it is finite. It's basically as finite as the whole observable universe. So, the splitters on here. That's the iron for the main belt. Damn. Yeah, well, you need to get the resources somewhere. Okay. So that's coal going there. I'm going to need a lot more copper. Holy hell. Why is it so cold in my room all of a sudden? Let me turn the heating up. Yes, sir. It's not heating. And the iron has run out. Nice. Just gonna place my car on the ground. Oh, this has run out of resources already. Let's do like this. There's not much else that is useful and I need right now, so I think research is on hold. Okay, this all needs to be converted because the blueprint has it the wrong way. Let's go. Pretty sure I can just take this and flip it like so. Yep. This isn't connected. I'm just gonna... This is all a bit messed up now, what the hell? Yep, it's correct. Okay. Now it's even connected. Alright, let's go. Yeah, but now it's on flip. What the hell's happening? Okay, are you going to work now? Sure hope so. This will have to all be nudged by one. Like so. Okay. Oh, this isn't good. It's not a problem anywhere else, just here. Okay. Then it's alright. Nice. I think this is going to be enough for now. But for now is maybe like 10 minutes. Oh, it's weird because it's only on one lane. Okay, makes sense. Oh, I'm like, why why is there 5, 6, 7, 8 and not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4 is here. Okay, that's interesting. Hmm. Okay, well, there's a bit of iron on the belt. It's not much, but it's honest work. I don't know if it's consuming too much coal. Let's hope not. I guess I just need more inserters right now. Copper or inserters. Okay. Oh. The bare basics of the factory have been made. The power plant won't load because I'm too far. But the power plant, 2 mining outposts. I need a copper mining outpost as well. I'm going to finish that this stream. We have the smeltery also all sorted out. The direction of the factory, some locations of other resources, so it's a pretty good start, but it's only a start. Now what I'm gonna do is make this copper miner and turn off 3. Oh, come on. It's only 3 lanes. I need 4. Isn't much better. Oh, hell no, that's never gonna be fully satisfied. Well, too bad. Let's see how I wired this up. If I want, I can make it like so. Yes. Cut this, put this here. It's going to balance it out, but no one belt is going to be full, because there's 3 inputs and 4 outputs. So the most full it can get is 3/4, I think. I'm not sure though. Oh. What? Oh, there's one here. so. Okay, minor technical difficulties. Anyways. That should be good. And then I can just drag this down as much as I need to. And I'm going to be adding more belts to the right. And the factory will expand to the left. So, this is the basics of Factorio. You mine stuff, refine it if needed. Sometimes you just use coal in recipes, as example, the grenade. And then you use assemblers to create most of the items in this game. There are some special items that can only be made on other planets with other planets' technology and buildings and resources and all of this, but that's not gonna happen for a while. Anyways, this is why I wanted grenades so bad. Because they do this to trees. Also hurt me a bit, but if I stand far enough away, it actually doesn't do damage. So this will be goodbye from me. Y'all have a great weekend. I will make dinner. Bye.